The beat is the heart and soul of any music you hear. The beat is the heart and soul of any music you hear.
Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, put your hands on the radio. It's time for the
So I noticed you're really pushing the music. So what are you doing? What type of projects are you doing as far as pushing Zydeco? I know I understand you have a radio show at WPFW where we're at right now. And what other things are you doing to push the music?
Well, I have been a promoter.
Mhm.
I've booked a lot of the bands from Louisiana and Texas to come up here. I've emceed shows at Wolf Trap and various places. But that has been my mission for the last 12 years. I've been on PFW for the last 12 years, and that has been my number one mission is to try to spread this music, and not just the music, but the music is part of a culture. And that's one thing I want people to understand is that it's a distinct culture, and this music is part of this larger culture. Um, but it's a regional culture. And while the music of Zydeco is all over the world now, I just want to make sure that the people who are responsible for it get the proper credit for the music. A lot of times people um, try to juxtapose it to Cajun, and I guess it's easy to do so. But I tried to do this in a very sincere way. Is the Cajun people and the Creole people are two distinct groups of people. They're not the same people. The music that they play, similarly, is distinct because even though they lived um, in the same geographical area, um, the experiences that go into the creation of each of their music are as unique as their own living experiences. So this is what I try to share with people and have them understand that Zydeco music is a music of the Black French-speaking Creole people of Southwest Louisiana. So wherever I go, I try to highlight that and try to make people understand where it comes from and why the food is so, the intricacies of the food and horse riding, all of that's a part of the culture. So that has been my mission, is to try to go broad and wide and share all that I know about Zydeco music and have people on who know more than myself, because I didn't grow up in the culture. My grandmother was Creole, but she really didn't. She was born into it, but she didn't live as a Creole person lived per se. She didn't speak French. We didn't eat gumbo every day, and that's not to say that all Creoles do. But a lot of her cooking style was not what I know to be of Creole people. But a lot of her friends and whatnot were, and so they were around. So I was privy to that growing up. Yeah, but that all the different things that I've been able to do um, to spread the word, the good news, as I want to call it, about Zydeco has been my mission, and PFW has been tremendously instrumental in helping me to bring this music to people who otherwise may not have ever heard it. I hope and I think that perhaps the way I present it is unique enough that people who haven't heard it won't be turned off to it and want to listen.
Great, great. I got one question, it's a little lighter. Does everybody talk like you from where you come from?
No. No. The answer is no. That was one thing that I didn't lose when I left Texas was my accent.
Oh, you lost your accent, huh?
No, I didn't lose my accent,
Oh, you
and
did,
I hang
huh?
on to it. I love it. I mean, it's what I found. A lot of people from Texas and Louisiana that come to Washington D.C. You know, they come up here and see the bright lights and come to the big city and want to blend in. So a lot of those isms and so forth that they grew up with in the country, for some reason when they come to D.C. and other places, I guess it's not good enough. It's good enough for me. It makes me the person that I am today. So I embrace all that I am, and I'm a country boy. I mean, I came from educated people. Both of my parents are educators or retired educators, but I embrace the country. I mean, it's a lot of the morals and values and such that I've tried to pass on to my children. I think come straight out of my country rearing.
You do horse riding. You're a big horse rider. You have a club?
Well, yeah, Zydeco Cowboys and Zydeco Cowgirls. And we do parades. Matter of fact, we just most recently did the 100th anniversary of the National Cherry Blossom Parade. But we do several parades around the Washington metropolitan area. And as a matter of fact, we've actually been to Chicago for their the McDonald's Holiday Parade in Chicago. But we do 4th of July at Tacoma Park, and we do Labor Day in Kensington, Maryland. MLK Parade over in Baltimore. But there again, what I've tried to do by participating in parades is to also emphasize that horse riding is such an intricate part too of the Zydeco and the Creole culture from Southwest Louisiana and Southeast Texas. So we go down the parade route and we play the Zydeco music on a sound truck and wear beads and have a good time. You know, as again, I just use the parade as an opportunity to educate.
Getting back to music, we're going to have to wrap it up here in a minute. But what I'd like to know is where do you see Zydeco going from here? Music itself.
Oh, I think the sky's the limit. I think just like any other genre of music, I think as the young people that are playing the music now, the Chris Ardwans and Jay Pauls and Curly Taylors and Rosie Ledette, their experiences as young people and growing up in that culture will dictate the kind of music that they will play. A lot of the young fellas are playing hip hop. A lot of the bands that's out of Houston have a real strong R&B groove to their Zydeco. So I think, you know, just like as I was saying earlier, that Clifton listened to Little Richard and Fats Domino and different people. The young people today, Chris Ardwan and them, listen to Lil Wayne and Jay-Z and Rihanna and the whole shebang. And they have to compete with them for market share. So they try to incorporate these different grooves and sounds into that Zydeco music. And I think they've been successful. And I think it'll continue to flourish and grow.
On that note, Fred, we're going to end the show. I'd like to thank you, man. You're great. I've learned a lot about Zydeco. I hope everyone in the audience learned something about Zydeco. Go out and support your local Zydeco band. Come listen to Fred at WPFW. And we'd like to thank you, sir. You've been a great interview. Great interview. Now we're just going to have some fun. It's a fundraiser at WPFW. Support your local station. This is BB.
What you reppin', dawg? What you reppin', dawg? What you reppin', dawg? What you reppin', dawg? We got them cowboy hats, cowboy boots, big bell buckles, breaking all the rules. We got them cowboy hats, cowboy boots, big bell buckles, breaking all the rules. That's them cowboys. What you reppin', dawg? Zydeco Cowboys. What you reppin', dawg? That's them cowboys. What you reppin', dawg? Zydeco Cowboys. What you reppin', dawg? When I come across, you know I'm a floss. Everybody around town, they call me the boss. I done got off my horse, talking that country slang. Drop the top on my horse wagon so my speakers can bang. Got my Gucci cowboy hat, got my alligator boots, got my platinum belt buckle that broke all the rules. We done done the same old two-step. Time for a new step. I need a country girl to ride with me. Gotta
baby, yeah. It's all good. We done it.
Hard to hunt it themselves.
Oh.
Okay, you got wild turkey, beaver, squirrel, rabbit.
ZT 2007. And you know, fellas, let me sing this too. I know you heard us on the radio. True. Now it's time to do the Zydeco. True. True. I know you heard us on the radio. True. Now it's time to do the Zydeco. True. True. I know you heard us on the radio. True. Now it's time to do the Zydeco. True. True. I know you heard us on the radio. True. Now it's time to do the Zydeco. It's on the way. And you know, it's all the way live. And you know, it's all the way live. Pretty tell, ZT, it's all the way live. Zydeco.
202-588-9739. Come on, baby, get on the trail right here.
I know you heard us on the radio. True. Now it's time to do the Zydeco. True. True. I know you heard us on the radio. True.
The beat is the heart and soul of any music you hear. The beat is the heart and soul of any music you hear.